Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Cam Christo and this is the Once More with Feeling campaign, which the title says is called This Time with Feeling, and I know that just burns you up inside and I'm going to do it anyway. So, we are currently, this is Black Ice by the way, in case you're not familiar. You should probably watch episode 1 before you watch this one, but I'm going to introduce it as if you haven't. We're playing Black Ice, wonderful overhaul mod. We are currently engaged in a civil war in Spain. Engaged not as a participant of the civil war, but rather as a opportunistic volunteer haver. We're just rampaging through, overrunning them for experience. Basically, we finished designing our submarines. As someone pointed out to me in the comments of the first video, by the way, I'm recording this with a relatively small backlog, so your comments are not only wonderfully appreciated, but often wonderfully helpful. Bring them on, they can give me very useful information. For example, when I was looking at these numbers, I got it very wrong. The base range of the cruiser submarine is 3.8 thousand. The base range of a normal submarine without the medium fuel tank on it is only 1800. If we get this cruiser submarine and we put a oh, that already does actually already have a medium one, but if we put an extreme tank on there, we go up to 7,000. Compared to this, if we put a extreme one on it, it's 6,300. So it's not a huge amount better, but it is definitely better. But still, in my opinion, definitely not worth it because they're so much more expensive. So what were we doing at the end of the last episode? I think we just finished designing our cruiser submarines, and we were beginning designing... It's been a couple of hour break. We were beginning designing the Nuremberg class, is that right? Oops. Did not mean to put some of those into production. We weren't working on them as the Nuremberg class. We were going to add them onto this. We need a bunch of naval XP before we can actually do that. Okay, working on her doctrine tactics, so we can have land doctrine bonuses for our future... future stuff there. Good. We're still filling out our tree down here. Good. How long until my next doctrine finishes? 80 days? Perfect. That's pretty good timing. Light artillery carriages. We don't really need those yet. Achtung Panzer we don't need to do till much later. That could be nice just to turn into political power. Could do some SS stuff. Oh yes, the wonderful devs of the mod have informed me that these divisions you can't change, you can change later on, which I'm very happy to learn. We're still going to work off our own Panzer division, I think, rather than using the ones they spawn. But it's good to know that you don't actually just get them locked in, unchanging forever. You do eventually get the ability to change them. So we could order the Bismarck and the Tirpitz. I'm curious as to whether this just gives them to us free, or if it starts building them. I feel like it really ought to start building them. Was there something else? There was something I wanted. Right, the KDF wagon would be good. We need to get the Goering plan. I mean, it's becoming ridiculous that we haven't got it already. So let's do that. Okay, so these guys are still just absolutely eating it because of their supply problems. So let's just put them out of their misery, shall we? Jolly good. Wiping them out. And yes, I know you're not here for the volunteer action, so we're going to keep it at speed 4. And we're going to keep time ticking by as much as possible while I get involved in all this stuff. Oh, the sheer kill count is becoming ridiculous. Someone call that that horror YouTube channel. Alright, get down here. You guys move over here. Good. Soviets still stuck in their little bottle. They're trying to break out. They've obviously sent some decent divisions, but not doing so well just yet. Oh, there's a Soviet tank division. Let's see if we can encircle and destroy that guy. That would be excellent. Okay. Good, down here. Looks like we might be able to push in there if we sent a bit of assistance from the north, perhaps. Yeah, already making a headway. Good. There's the Dispersed Industry 2. That is a watershed moment. Right, I remember why I wanted to go concentrated. Because when you get down here, they start giving other bonuses, like division attack and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so we want to design these. Update special equipment factory amount. This technology is part of the following categories. Update special equipment factory amount. So we need to use these so that we have the ability to build those special factories that give bonuses to output on your production, and in some cases actual stat increases, like the munitions factory and the uniform factory. Now, do our CAS count as bombers or light planes is what I want to know now. We're using... Okay, looks like we're going to have to switch to Junkers rather than Hinkle. So what are you? Are you... it doesn't say. I will ask the devs whether they count as bombers or light planes. I assume they count as light planes because they're much smaller than the big factories. But the big factories, the big planes. First, we're going to build some tank. We're going to invent tank armored vehicle factories, I think, because we're going to want to build some of them to make our tanks cheaper in the long run. You guys going down correctly. You guys already wiped out that Soviet tank division. Wowee. Looks like we should head down here and see what we can do to these other two. Fantastic news. We are cutting in here. Good. I'm really glad to see that our divisions, even on reserves, they're doing pretty well. As, you know, actually melting these divisions. Obviously, the divisions we're fighting here are not hugely strong, but still, it's, you know, it's not unimpressive that they're managing to brush them aside pretty easily, most of the time at least. Come on, break them here, then just cycle up there. That'll be fine. You can just go straight in there as soon as you arrive. Good. And yeah, every dead Soviet we can get, you know, now is when we don't have to fight later. There we go. Nice. Got him encircled. Good to know his piercing value, but obviously it'll be wildly changed by the time we're actually involved in a war with the Soviets, so it's not going to be hugely relevant. Let's bring him down here. Preferably, yeah, just on that side. This will be fine. Nice. Those two taking out another little infantry division there. Looks like the Spanish Civil War is going to be over this episode at this rate. We're plowing through them. Very nice. Very nice indeed. As soon as they finish them off, we will hold them. Send them down here. Good, good, good. This is the dulcet tones of the Oblivion soundtrack, by the way. In case you were curious, people often ask, what music mod do you use? And I always respond in the same obnoxious way. I use YouTube. It is the best mod. I use a second monitor with YouTube on it. Right, you guys just start cruising in here, please. Yeah, no serious resistance with all the supply issues they're having. Ooh, that is a Soviet division, so let's just give him the encirclement penalty before we try and face him head on. Seems good to me. The Anglo-Irish trade war has ended. Good. There's an overrun. Nice. Wipe these guys out in the south. Super bon. Alright, now this guy's encircled. Can we take him on with one tank? Maybe, but maybe not. He has got a hill advantage. Ooh, as part of a larger force, though, then I'd definitely give us good odds. Excellent. Cutting down here. What are you up to? Why don't you come kick them out of Cadiz? Good. So, in terms of taking control of the Mediterranean, I'm very much looking forward to getting engaged in some serious combat down here. Should be very good fun. I should warn you about something at this point, which is something people, I think, got the wrong impression about in my previous campaign, and then later on ended up being upset. So I'll break this to you now, rather than having you, you know, going through a lot of the series, thinking it's going to be one way and then getting upset that it goes another. It's likely that I will conquer all this area directly. I will own it all personally as the German Reich. We might well not have Hungary and Romania and Bulgaria and things like that join the Axis. We will probably just conquer them directly. The reason for that is because the AI in this game is not as good at playing it as I am. Obviously, I dare say, because otherwise I would lose these campaigns that I do. For that reason, I like controlling the resources of my faction directly. I am in the process of working on making a mod which will mean that whenever anyone joins my faction, they immediately become a puppet, a special type of puppet, which gives me no factories, gives me no extra control of their trade, but does give me control of all of their divisions. If I had that mod, I'd be much more likely to allow the AI into my faction, because one of the biggest problems I have with the AI in my faction is that they flood the supply of fronts that I'm trying to fight on, and I just find that absolutely obnoxious. So if I could take control of their units and like just handle it for them, then that would work much better. So yeah, fair warning, you're going to see a great big ahistorical German Reich, which looks very cool, by the way, when you've just conquered this area. The borders look really nice. All right, Adolf Hitler initiated a new economic plan. Goering has been put in charge. Give him control of the economy, or we will build it alone, thanks. So we lose factory output. We gain infrastructure construction speed, light and heavy aircraft construction speed, and airbase construction speed. The later years of the plan are what I'm actually doing that for, basically. This grants Avador's economic minister anti-air land fort, coastal fort construction speed. Well, he sounds useless. I'm not going to use him. We don't have an economic minister, though, so we really ought to be putting one of these guys in charge. Maybe it is Goering. And then we could fire him. Yeah. Let's put Goering in charge as an economic minister. Unless these guys are superb. That's pretty nice. Shipyard, especially. Would be pretty sweet. But I like the civilian construction here. And the infrastructure construction speed is just really good. Factory output, obviously, not ideal. Well, of this lot, I think he's the best. This is the only serious contender. The uniform factory speed would be nice. And the refinery construction speed is also very nice. Well, but we need Goering to be in government. But if I remove him from here, it also costs me another 150 PP, which is annoying. But we really want the sympathetic judge in there, I think. Even with the lower political power gain. We're kind of okay on political power. I feel like by the time the war starts, we're going to be swimming in it. Obviously, then we're going to have to use a lot of it for occupations. But the Chinese United Front forms. Manchukuo has taken control of what are they called? Looks like they don't exist in this mod. Cool. So I think we're going to see war breaking out over here pretty soon. So we can change our government. Let's throw Goering in. No. I want a tank designer. That's right. I kind of want just an armor, a flat armor bonus. Like across all armor, I mean. Because if it's just Panzer IV, up to Panzer IVs, then we're going to have problems, right? Because some of these are beyond Panzer IVs later on in the game. But for now, I think I am going to get pet projects. Civilian construction speed's nice. The fascism support's not bad. It is actually. We're at 100%. Never mind. But yeah, the construction and the aircraft factory is good. And the infrastructure construction is good. We may wish to bump the infrastructure in some of these states, but not yet, because we're already pretty much at the cap in most of these. Next focus. I think we do down to coal liquidization. I really want to know what this steel mill thing is. Are we currently producing any from steel mills? 14 are produced in buildings in one place. Yeah. You know what, actually? I'm not going to build any steel mills yet. I'm just going to ask, what does this mean to the devs? I'll do that once I finish this episode. Hopefully I'll remember. Here, I'll clip it so I definitely remember. Cool. I'll ask them what that means. Because if that means 1k fuel per day, like that seems insane. And obviously if that's the case, we're actually absolutely going to do that. But there's no rush to do these because they hurt your research. So I'd rather do them later. So we can get 3 civs here. 2 civs and 2 construction bonuses there. Have we done? We haven't done our construction tech yet. So yeah, that seems like a smart play. And then we can do the this construction research once we've got that done. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. So you guys can head up here. Just keep wiping out these encircled divisions, making my life easier. We can also start the kind of push on Barcelona. Fantastic. Let's concentrate our Air Force where it's actually needed. You guys, why aren't I getting air superiority right here? I'm also going to report that this UI is 100% FUBARD. Give me a second. Save that one. Give me a clip of this. I'm sorry, I know obviously you're not here to watch me make bug reports, but it does take a very short time, and I think it's not everyone's duty, but certainly if you want to be a good citizen of a mod or a game, you should report bugs and things that you find, because it helps the devs so much to have people giving good, accurate reports on problems within the mod or the game in order to allow them to fix it. And I say this as someone who, like, professionally, you know, does community management stuff. Getting good reports is invaluable. It's amazing when someone writes a really good bug report. It helps out a great deal. Alright, you can definitely beat them there. Okay, so this is the Goering's 4-year plan thing. First year was a 4-year plan was an economic initiative. It involved reducing unemployment and undertaking public works, such as the Autobahn. So we can start the second year, or we can keep the first year. Second year basically just gives better modifiers, but also more factory output reduction. No need for it this year. I think we will do this, and we'll build some infrastructure while we have the bonus, and then maybe we'll scrap it. So let's finish these, and then build some infrastructure. We're going to want infrastructure in all these steel-producing states anyway, and we'll be later on. We're likely to be. Oops, I've ordered this wrong. I should be doing it in the order that I want them to complete. We're going to want all this infrastructure maxed out later anyway, because we're going to be building in this region. So I think that works out pretty nicely. Let's try and get that done. Infrastructure, not hugely expensive, right? Yeah, it's more than 3 times cheaper than a civilian factory to build that infrastructure, so that seems good. Attacking into the mountains here does not seem good. There's atomic research done. It's almost certainly not min-maxy to be doing this, but I really like the idea of our Nazi Wunderwaffe. So let's keep going on that, even though we're obviously it's going to cost us a hell of a lot. Ooh. Okay, where's my other tank going? Down here. Perfect. You can go and get involved in this fight, please. And once you get here... excuse me. It's not letting me box select. There we go. You can get involved here as well. Fantastic. Alright, there we go. Now with 2 directions, see if we can't break them here. Obviously, we're not even in the fight yet. Oof. We're really struggling against that Soviet division in there. Let's see if we can't encircle him by capturing Barcelona out from under him, shall we? Madrid's still not falling, but they are now doing repeated assaults, so it's bound to fall eventually. Oh, crap! Excuse my language. We have full fuel. Get those guys out there and exercising and reduce imports. No, that's not using all my fuel. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Now it's declining. Good. You can import 1 more. Yeah? I don't want this to go positive, because we're wasting fuel if we're ever at the cap. No, it's still declining. Good. Okay, with all 3 tanks, preferably when these guys stop attacking, but they're likely to never stop attacking until they win at this point, so I guess we'll just throw ourselves in. Oh, have they got forts here? No, only pillbox, so we should be able to get some attack values here. We'll see. Why have you got so bad? Terrain? Yeah. Okay, nice. There's heavy torpedo. That's going to be really helpful for our cruisers that we're going to build soon. Oh, we can already get improved heavy torpedoes? Yeah, go ahead. We're going to have some huge torpedo cruisers as part of the plan. Decisions available. We can do a military parade. Some Airforce war games. Well, military parade for sure. We still need the political power. Go for it. And we will continue to demand increased Dutch trade with Germany. Have they done the focus yet? Let's take a look. I doubt it, but... Oh, they have. They formed a new government. They haven't done Gateway to Europe yet, though. So we need to make sure we keep working on them. Go on, then. Give me that other bit of fuel. Naval experience. Getting up there pretty quickly. We need to start production of these cruisers soonish. Otherwise, we're gonna start having problems. Are we actually deployed in yet? We are. Nice. Getting at least some attack value here. Not great, but some. And of course, they have some supply because Barcelona is a pretty large victory point. So they're able to manage that there. 30 days of fuel remaining. That's okay. We can just run ourselves out of fuel. A Universal Exhibition in Paris. Cool. Good for them. We'll just let all these guys keep exercising, I think. Tool maintenance gives us some lovely production efficiency. Good lord. Wood-fired engines we absolutely need. Urgently, we need to use less fuel on the civilian economy. For sure. We gonna be able to break this guy? Maybe, but maybe not. Let's play this smarter and go and attack from up here and circle the city. Oh, actually, the Soviets are striking out right now. Let's hit them from behind. Might be able to break them because they're going to run out of org failing in this attack. Yeah, if they burn themselves out, there they go. Retreating. Nice. And now against these two, we can push in pretty successfully because we've got good armor values against them. Nice. Very nice indeed. We got a lot of air experience. When are we getting our next plane models? The answer is almost certainly preferably in the past. Yep. Definitely preferably in the past is in fact the correct answer. We need to divert some research efforts to that pronto. I suppose we'll do that after tank workshops. The decision expiring is just that one, isn't it? Yeah, not interested in this. Okay, although that might be the way I actually make these guys modifiable. Oh, it also gives freaking war support. Makes these more tempting then. Maybe I will do that one just for the war support bonus. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, yeah. Nice. Breaking in here now that motorized Soviet division is gone from the region, and a dual direction attack on Barcelona would probably see far more success than our previous efforts. Let's adjust this so that it will properly adapt to the fact that we want to be launching an attack on Barcelona. They are sending reinforcements in, but reinforcements that it looks like, at least so far, we've been able to send packing. Now, this army experience that we've got right now, I think is going to go into the Panzer division, the one that we, our aspirational Panzer division, shall we call it, which is going to have some Panzer IVs and some Panzer IIIs. The Panzer IIIs are designed to increase the armor, which they do not do. Nothing appears to be affecting the armor value. Oh, this one would. What is that? Oh, that's a heavy tank, right. I wonder why. Maybe because it's already at its highest that it would be because of these guys? These guys are giving +0 armor. Why are these guys giving +0 armor? Like, Panzer IVs. This adds in 50 Panzer IVs. Like, I'm not crazy, right? Panzer IVs do have an armor value? Presumably? Yeah. Huh. Well, I don't understand that. I guess we just don't worry about it too much. What will be the final thing we want in here? Don't really want this because it hurts movement. Motorized anti-tank would not be a bad idea in a tank division. We already have non-motorized here. Oh, that's not a great idea, actually, is it? We should probably replace this. Do we not have motorized anti-tank? No, we do. We should replace that with motorized anti-tank to get that speed bonus. Yeah, definitely. And then, okay, that is giving a bit of an armor value increase. Okay, it's just that it's a very small one. And yeah, we'll think about getting some Panzer IVs in here. And do we want the Panzer IIIs as well? I mean, their armor increase is not much better than this one. Their piercing increase is a lot better. Their soft attack is a lot worse, though. I think we should maybe make it more of a replace job. Like, start phasing out the Panzer Is into these Panzer IVs. Yeah, something like that. Looks pretty nice to me. I'll save that up. And we should stop calling this the Light Panzer Division, really, because those Panzer IVs are medium tanks. Let's just call it the Panzer Division overall. And then, yeah, if I phased all of these to Panzer IVs, would that not give us an armor increase? I don't understand why not. Because we're looking at replacing Panzer IIs or Panzer IVs, and Panzer IVs have higher armor value than Panzer IIs, right? Panzer IIs, armor value. Oh, no, they don't, actually. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. Do these guys have better armor? Yeah, okay. So once we start putting the better Panzer IVs in, that's when it'll make the real difference. These guys also, though, have the same armor value. Maybe we should stick with light Panzers. Because they have better armor value sooner. And, you know, immediacy is valuable, and they're much cheaper. The breakthrough and soft attack are less good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the Panzer IIs, actually. It's a big waste of infantry, of army experience, because we've just essentially completely wasted everything we did so far. But, yeah, I think actually we're gonna stick with the Panzer IIs for now. So maybe I will tone down my Panzer IV production. We currently have none. Well, there you go, toned down. I just preempted myself. Nice. Alright, busted in here. Excellent. Multi-directional attack on the city to be prepared. We'll get our planning bonus. These guys are now all fully elite soldiers. Sweet. Sweet indeed. Still just that volunteer to Republicans, yeah. So you guys, once you've fully orged up, could let you planning bonus up. Let's see if we could break them without it. Yes, looks like we certainly could. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, it's going to be close. Maybe if we get a bit of assistance from our good nationalist buddies, but we don't have high hopes. All right, we're not breaking them. Let's get some planning bonus. There's no point fighting a hard battle when we could do it easily. Reorganize the Wachtrop. Sure, whatever. Did you just change this template, probably? Yeah. Well, you can just go back in here and then head back over to East Berlin, which is the capital, so we can do our military parades. Excellent. There's tank workshops. Let's immediately start working on better planes. So, do we want to go BF? Oh, those are heavy fighters. No, we definitely want non-heavy fighters. So let's start working our way down here. Good. It's a prototype fighter that we're currently inventing. Not ideal, but oh well. How long is it going to take? We're up to 48 planning bonus now. Without that one guy there, let's give it another go, shall we? No, not from one direction, my man. No, he's used up all his planning value. Right, we'll just wait. Let them get a proper planning bonus. We're not going to spend this air experience on our current planes, because obviously we want to spend it on the next generation. I'm sure you can guess that. Probably time to start doing some political maneuvering. We can do Angela's, what was it? 38, I think, default? Yeah. So we're getting close to wanting to start doing that. Yeah, 1 million manpower in the field is probably not going to happen by 38. My guess. Maybe, though. With enough tech advances. So you, my man, are fired. We're getting a sympathetic judge for the consumer goods. And it's going to cost me an extra 50 political power. But it didn't. I hope, not because it's bugged, but because we have him in a different office. So it shouldn't cost us the extra 50 political power. Because we're not firing him, we're just shuffling, reorganizing our cabinet, as it were. And that's helped on consumer goods. Yeah, nice. Down to 25% now. That's pretty sweet. That's a really good improvement. I like to see that. I like to see that a great deal. Okay, there's delay. Sweet. Could keep going on these, and indeed shall. Because it's imperative that we get all the nice tank bonuses by the time the war starts. Maybe not imperative, but it's certainly very helpful. What rate are we gaining this at? Plan preparation bonus at 3.8% a day. Wow! Even with no formal officer training. That's pretty good. Alright, let's launch this with the planning bonus. 9 attack value. Actually, not bad for our current situation. Next up, well, we would like a fighter bonus. This is a bonus for 109E. Oh, we have a choice there apparently between. Okay, good lord, pardon me. Jagdeswada or Jagdeswada. It's the same freaking thing. Alt fighters or fighters? Do you want to be alt fighters or fighters? Probably fighters. My just complete guess. What is that a choice between? This and this, I guess. But it's a bonus for the B, right? No, E. Okay. Well, we're not going to be researching E for a little while, surely. E is all the way down here. Okay, well, I'm not that worried about that. Don't need to be doing that focus for a while. Good. Learned something. Some 3 mill factories is not at all insignificant. And this seems really good. Getting more light aircraft factories and heavy aircraft factories. Seems very nice. West Wall forts obviously need doing, but not yet. Adding infrastructure in these areas seems useful. I kind of want to do it after I've built. No. Well, I mean, there's 2 different ways you could look at it, right? This gives... I would like that construction bonus and these factories. I think I'll do this for the factory output first. And I'm going to make sure we're not building infrastructure in these states. Oderland, Ost-Oderland. We're not doing that because those are... pretty sure Oderland and Ost-Oderland are these ones. No, those are Prussian, of course. What are the other ones? Let's take a look here. Niederschließen, Oberschließen, Schlesien, and Hinterpommern. Okay, Hinterpommern I can say. Yeah, Hinterpommern, there. I think that was it. It's on this list. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to call it part there. Thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, probably the Spanish Civil War will actually end for real this time. I will see you then. Very much looking forward to it. Bye-bye.